I think it's pretty safe to say that when we examine the Star Wars sequel trilogy, a lot of the Star Wars fans around the world have issues with both The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that we do know about Episode 9 is that this movie was a way for J.J. Abrams to really introduce new Star Wars lore related to the Jedi, the Sith, Palpatine, and more. That's all going to be explained further in the upcoming novelization, by the way, due for release this March. However, not just that, Disney and Lucasfilm are developing a brand new thing called the Star Wars universe that's not just going to consist of books, novels, and comics and video games, but also movies as well as brand new TV shows to arrive on Disney+, and that they are also negotiating on developing Star Wars movies for Disney+ strictly as well. Now, with that being said, one thing that's really intriguing about the future of the Star Wars franchise is, of course, what Lucasfilm has planned in order to continue the Skywalker saga in a very unique and original way for the Star Wars community. Now, you guys may very well be unaware, but Bob Iger talked about this over at the premiere for Episode 9. That they are now just figuring out exactly what they could really do with the Star Wars franchise and how much potential this franchise really has. And the fact that Bob Iger is just discovering this is quite surprising. You would think that they would have actually learned about this back in 2012 when Disney first bought out Lucasfilm. So what's really intriguing is that, of course, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are moving on to their new Star Wars universe, as well as their new Star Wars trilogy. It's noted that Disney is coming up with a plan to reunite the fans for the Star Wars universe, and that one of the big plans is to bring back Ben Solo into the Star Wars universe. It's explained that one of the big plans for Lucasfilm is to develop a Rise of Skywalker sequel series that will drop on Disney Plus in the coming years that will be a gateway for the return of Ben Solo. However, it's noted that Disney has something to be planned for Ben Solo's return in the Star Wars universe, and that they have actually had a plan in place for the character of Ben Solo to guide Rey to building a brand new Jedi Order, and that's showing her the path that his master Luke Skywalker did. It's noted that this is actually Disney's way of continuing the Skywalker saga by having Ben Solo in the new Star Wars universe, teaching Rey the ways of the Force and how to build a new Jedi Order, and that the other Force Ghosts will also be a part of this new project that will guide Rey in the process. It's not just for the Rise of Skywalker sequel series, however, but also for books, novels, and comics that will explore this new story. It's noted that Adam Driver will be a part of the new Star Wars project to come in the near future by voicing Ben Solo once more, and that Disney wants to turn Ben Solo into a very powerful and important figure for the new EU. This is Disney's way to introduce Ben Solo, of him telling Rey how to restart the Jedi Order with a set of new rules that will be applied to it all by Disney to kickstart a brand new era of Star Wars for the fans. So the thing about this that is very surprising, to me at least, is it kind of reminds me of what Luke Skywalker went through. If you look at what Luke Skywalker went through, of how Yoda tells him, just before he dies to pass on what he has learned, we see a great example of that in the new comics by Disney, where he creates a new Jedi Order, he brings in, around a dozen Jedi students, and that includes Ben Solo. It's a very interesting comic series. I do suggest that you guys go ahead and read it, The Rise of Kylo Ren. You really do get to learn a lot more about Ben Solo's life before he became Kylo. So here you have a similar scenario where now Rey is given the opportunity to pass on what she has learned through Ben Solo. So it seems as though that Ben Solo is going to be the Yoda of this new Star Wars era, if that makes sense. So to me, I think that this is a very interesting tale that Disney is trying to develop. This new Star Wars universe is going to be quite expansive, not just with the Rise of Skywalker sequel series, but also in books, novels, and comics, that's going to give us this post-return, or should I say post-the Rise of Skywalker era, that's going to explore the lives of Rey Skywalker, Poe, Finn, Ben Solo, other Force Ghosts like Anakin, Qui-Gon, Kenobi, and more. And it's going to be quite an interesting era of the Star Wars franchise, because it makes one wonder, right? Is there really going to be another war conflict again? Could there very well be remnants of the Empire or the First Order out there somewhere in the galaxy? Who knows? If you want my 2 cents on this, they're going to introduce new enemies into this new Star Wars era that we have never seen before as of yet, that's going to begin production this March, and it's going to be very interesting to see exactly how it will all unfold by Disney. Now, the one thing that I really do want to bring up as well is that Adam Driver is said to be voicing Ben Solo, and Ben Solo's role in the new EU post The Rise of Skywalker is that he is going to be teaching Rey exactly how to build a new Jedi Order, with a new set of rules as well. Similar to Luke Skywalker, he had a new set of rules to his Jedi Order. Same exact thing is going to apply to Rey now. Very interesting. The thing that I'm not so excited for is Rey Skywalker as that concept goes, but I'm very much excited about Ben Solo's return in some way, shape, or form. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.